No intro, but I do want to say I do talk about poop and stuff in this video, so that's not for you. Don't watch it.
Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. If you're new here, what's up? If you're not, what's up? I do several lovely things on my channel. Sometimes I talk about weight loss, sometimes I talk about makeup and Redditing, and sometimes I talk about Reddit without doing my makeup. Sometimes I do a reaction. Overall, I do whatever the hell I want. You should be subscribing to my channel right about now. You're probably like 10 seconds into the video. I don't know why I'm going so fast. I know why I'm going fast, actually. I lied. Number one, subscribe to my channel. There's a button down there, there's a button up there. Turn on your notifications so you can talk about stuff with me, your host. Okay, so today I'm speeding through this video because it's like almost 1 in the morning and I really need to go to bed because I have to get up at 7 in the morning and my brain is not gonna function that early. So today we're talking about the dreaded dumping syndrome. If you did not know, if you're new here for whatever reason, I had weight loss surgery last November. It was a great experience. Great meaning like beneficial in the long run, not great initially. We're going to talk about one of the not so great things about having it. If you've never had the surgery, basically they cut your stomach into the shape of a banana, because I had the gastric sleeve where they had this much of a stomach and they left me with this much of a stomach. And this is just me, my story, my experience. And if you are curious about something, you're uncomfortable with something, you're unsure about something, I can only tell you my experience. Don't come here. Okay? Do not come here looking for me for some medical advice, because you're not gonna get it. I'll give you advice that I remember or advice that has worked for me. But like, if you're unsure about something, talk to your doctor, okay? I don't want nobody coming at me with some lawsuit. I don't want nobody coming at me with some misinformation, so on and so forth. If I'm wrong about something, feel free to correct me in the comments below. Give your experience, give the best advice you can get. I don't know nothing about it, all right? I'm just telling my experience. Now that that's out the way, let's get started. So, yeah, I had a surgery. In my opinion, I believe that I am successful. I went from being a size 22. At my biggest, I was a 22. Now I can squeeze into a 14, but I'm a happy size 16. Yeah, so I went from being 300 something pounds to be like 240. I was 366 pounds. 366 pounds at my heaviest. I'm currently 248. Yay! Okay, so basically, here's what happened. Let's talk about dumping syndrome. Dumping syndrome, in all seriousness, painful. Dumping happens, or at least to my knowledge, this is the way it was. Too much sugar, I believe, is what happens when you start dumping. It could also be grease. I can't remember if it was grease and sugar, or if it was just grease or fat, I mean. But oh boy, let's talk about this real quick. So, I have had dumping syndrome twice, and it's different every time. So I have a friend who has had it, and she said it was terrible for her, and here's what it feels like. You know, I don't even know how to begin with this. So let's start with what I did. Sweet Stuff and me, we're cool. Like, I don't do too much of it ever. Can't do too much of it. But like in a setting like, okay, I might be a little here, a little there, but I'm not. I can't do anything too crazy. Here's why. I ate a Pepperidge Farm cookie, and I think, which is probably why I dumped. It was like the first thing I'd eaten all day. It was like 3 o'clock. I've been doing homework all day. I went downstairs, I ate a cookie, and then I went upstairs. I was supposed to go look at a car that day. I needed a new car because my car was totaled. I was supposed to go look at a car that day. I could not physically get up to do it. I went upstairs, I laid down. I had done like a bunch of my homework, so I was chilling. All of a sudden, I like could not breathe. And not like crazy, but like labored breathing. I was like, oh shit. Okay. And then I got hot. I got really hot. Like feverish warm. And I got clammy at the same time. So of course I'm thinking, oh God, this is it. I'm dying. Jesus is taking me home because I'm sick out of nowhere. I completely forgot what dumping syndrome was because we only went over it once in class. And I completely forgot about it. It had been months since I had my surgery. I was pretty comfortable in myself, comfortable enough to eat a cookie. And yeah, so I'm laying there. I get really sweaty. Can't breathe. Feverish, clammy, panicking. And then I go to the bathroom. And I had this sensation. You know that sensation where you don't know if it's coming out this door or that door. So I was like, uh-oh. uh-oh. I sounded like I was doing like a Beyonce impression. I was like, uh-oh, 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 oh, oh, oh no, oh no. And it came out the back door, thankfully. But it still felt like it kind of felt like when you have really bad acid reflux, but you're not laying down. So it wasn't like GERD feeling. It was kind of like, oh, I feel there's something here, but I can't figure out where it wants to go. So it came out the back door. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And I was just sitting on the toilet for like, I want to say 10 minutes, at least, at first. Just stick with me. And I was like, okay, it's over. I cleaned my situation up. I'm cool. I go lay back in the bed. I lay on my back this time. And I'm laying there, and I'm laying there like this. And then something said, get up right now. And I was like, okay. So I get up. I stand in my room for like 10 seconds. And I'm just like, okay, figure yourself out. What do you want? What do you want? Do I want water? Do I want this? It had been plenty of time. Plenty of time had passed. So if I wanted to eat or drink something, I could. I was like, do you want water? Do you want this? Do you want that? What do you want to do? And I was just standing there and I was like I was kind of like out of it. And I know I sound dramatic, but I promise you, this is exactly what it was like for me. And I was like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. So I went downstairs and I got some water and I drank some water. And once again, back to the toilet. I think I stayed on the toilet for approximately an hour over like the course of the day. So I was going to the bathroom nonstop all day long. For an hour, all day long for an hour. So I was going to the bathroom nonstop for like an hour on and off. Finally, it passes. And I'm like, what the hell was that, right? And I was in pain. It was like awful. And I couldn't go look at this car. I didn't end up getting the car. I don't have a car right now. I didn't end up getting the car. It was fine because the car wasn't for me. It's fine. Jesus had a plan. And I couldn't go. And I was like, oh, what was that? Like, I was like, whoa, what was that, right? So then I called my friend. Hey, girl, hi. She probably doesn't even remember this happened. I called her and I told her what happened, and she was like, oh, you dumped. And she was telling me about how she'd been on the phone with her boyfriend and she started dumping and it was really bad. And he thought it was funny, but like now I understand why she was like, it's not funny. Like, it's painful because it is. It's painful. I do not suggest it to anybody. It feels worse than like when you know when you're just generally sick and achy and you have a cold and you're like, oh, this is awful, but like bearable. It was like almost unbearable. I was like, this is bad. Like, wow, all this because I ate a cookie. Damn. But then again, I also remember them saying vaguely like, sometimes you can eat a cookie and you'll be fine. Sometimes you can eat a piece of cake and you'll be fine. You never know when this shit gonna happen. And looking back, I still don't know when it could happen again. I don't. I could eat a donut today and be fine. Eat a piece of cake tomorrow and be terrible. I will not know. There probably is like some scale, something that I'm supposed to follow that I just am unaware of. Once again, talk to your doctor, not to me. Share your experiences, and your facts that you know of. I don't do that here. I just tell my stories. Yeah, that's the first time I dumped. The second time I dumped, I was hanging out with my brothers and they think this is hilarious. It was not like, I look back and think it's funny now, but it was not funny at the time. We were playing some game. We were playing like Mario Odyssey. It just came out. It was me and cameraman Trinity and my other brother. We were sitting on the couch together and I was playing on my laptop and I had eaten, was it another cookie? Wait a minute. I was eating a Milano, so it was a cookie. I had like 2 or 3 Milanos, which they're like this big, so it wasn't like it was gonna impact my stomach super bad. Like, it seems like I'm eating sweets all the time. Please note this happened like months apart. Like, it was a while before it ever happened again because I really can't, you know what I mean? But anyway, I had like a Milano or something. I was eating it, and at first I was fine, but then all of a sudden it happened again. But this time I didn't get like the stomach pain. I just felt like I didn't get like I have to go to the bathroom. I just felt like, oh, do I have to throw up? But it was a question. Like, I had to figure out like, what did I want? It wasn't like I could just go to the bathroom and do what I had to do. It was literally like my body was like, this could go so many ways. So that's what happened. I sat there like this. Like, you can't see my posture, but like my hands are on my thighs. And I sat there like this, and then nothing happened. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm cool. So I pick up my laptop, start playing. 10 minutes goes by. Chills. A wave of chills comes. And it's not like a like the same chills as before, because before they just kind of felt like clamminess and heat, and it was confusing. But this was like chills, like the whole, like the room got cold, and I was like, "The fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this?" So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm sick." So but I'm waiting it out to see, like, is it gonna pass? Maybe I ate too much. Maybe it's this, that, and the third. No, I was dumping and just did not know what to do. So, or how to handle it. I didn't recognize it as the dumping that I had experienced before. I get the chills and I'm like, okay, I'm cool, I'm cool, I'm cool. Without warning, I threw up everywhere. My body just like, it was like projectile, like a baby vomit. It was like, bleh, and it happened so quick that my brothers were like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, they were screaming. I was like, what has happened? I didn't understand what was going on at all. I was so confused. And it happened, and then it was over. I didn't feel sick anymore. So at first I was like, oh, maybe I overate. But then I was like, I had one cookie, so that's not possible. So I was like, oh, I just dumped. But it wasn't as bad as the time before. I would not suggest it either way, because number one, panic. You panic like fuck. It is not fun. You panic like fresh hell. Number two, the pain. The pain ain't worth it. Overeating pain and just general, any pain that comes from the surgery, not worth it. If you have to choose between not being in pain and eating an extra bite of a sandwich, choose the not pain. The sandwich isn't worth it. In fact, the sandwich can wait. If you really want that extra bite of a sandwich, wait 30 minutes and see if you still want it, because it's not worth it. If you have to choose between dumping and like missing out on a cookie, just miss out on the cookie. I understand that you're going to want something sometimes. I can respect that, because I still do, clearly. But if you have to choose, maybe like don't, because it's not worth it. That pain was not worth it. I have gotten sick just those 2 times, but I've been like uncomfortably full a couple of times. I want to say 5 times maybe since I've had this surgery. I've been like uncomfortably full to the point where I was like, either have to make myself throw up, or I have to sit there just like, oh, I want to throw up but I don't want to throw up, or just like eating stuff that you're not supposed to eat. I've definitely done that. This is a video supposed to be about dumping, but this is me going on a mini rant for a second. I have eaten foods that I knew would not sit right with me. We all make mistakes, okay? And then again, you have to try stuff to see what works for you. Your body changes. Some people can eat stuff, other people can't. I found out the other day that lamb don't sit too well with me. I can eat it and be okay, but like later on, I will pay for it. This is a lifestyle change, and you're allowed to, you know, try things and indulge in things every once in a while, and that's fine. But like, you have to remember, you know, take care of yourself. Be mindful of what you eat. Be mindful of how much you eat. You will know when you're full. You will know when you've had too much. You will know when you're dumping. You will know. Your body will tell you. If you listen, it will tell you. You will know when you can't eat something. It might not, your body might not tell you right away, but it's gonna tell you eventually. Yeah, so that is Victoria's story of the day. If you like this video, if you've had the surgery, if you're curious about the surgery, make sure you leave a big old like and a comment down below. If you are worried about the surgery, you're worried about what dumping syndrome feels like, you're worried about anything, number one, talk to your doctor. But number two, I have a playlist on my channel where I talk about my experiences and things like that. And it might be of help to you. I consider my surgery to be relatively successful. I have not regained any weight. My weight does fluctuate when I'm on my menstrual cycle because I'm a woman, but like, other than that, I have not regained any weight. I'm actually quite proud of my body. Am I the happiest I could ever be in life? No. But am I happier? Absolutely. It feels great going to restaurants and deciding like, okay, instead of me eating this, I'm gonna have this, that, and the third. That's another video I'll make. How do you order at a restaurant? What do you do? What do I do? That'll be a video for either next Tuesday or next Friday or whatever weekday of the week that I decide to make a video about that on. If you're looking forward to that video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my debauchery and my ridiculous stories about my weight loss and things like that. They're not really ridiculous. They're just me telling how I've somehow messed up but still been okay. All right, bye. My leg is asleep and I would like some water.